The time is now 6:54 on this Tuesday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go. Today marks 10 years since music icon Prince died of an accidental overdose at 57 years old. The Minnesota native found widespread success with his 1982 album titled 1999. Just 2 years later, he would star in the semi-autobiographical film Purple Rain. 10 years ago, the medical examiner found that Prince died from an overdose of fentanyl. Now, to honor his legacy, there will be a special gathering today at the singer's former Minnesota estate over in Paisley Park. The event is called A Day to Reflect, a Night to Remember. A judge has sentenced a Hoyt Lakes man to more than 9 years in prison for criminal sexual conduct. In February, Robert Hanu pleaded guilty to 4 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct and 1 count of pornographic work. Authorities say Hanu had sexual relations with a child under 16. Prosecutors say the survivor's courage in reporting the crimes may have prevented additional instances of abuse. A Minnesota-raised artist is on a mission to unite communities through art showcasing a collage of community faces on the sides of buildings and spaces. Celebrity photographer Josh Madsen travels the country displaying signature black and white portraits for people and communities. And this week he's going to be in Duluth. He will be debuting at the Zeitgeist Minnesota Film Festival tomorrow with a special pop-up live portrait session from 4 to 8 p.m. Guests will have the opportunity to have their photos taken and become part of the growing national project.